What's up, y'all? Hope everybody's having a fantastic Sunday. The conservative clown car continues to crash as Donald Trump's physical and mental health is spiraling downward in rapid fashion. I'm going to talk about it. You're going to like and subscribe, and we're all going to have a good laugh at the fascist fucktwat who currently resides in the Oval Office. It's been pretty apparent for a long time that Trump is declining both mentally and physically. And the mainstream media has not done a very good job of covering this, save for maybe a few people. But I saw this clip of Lawrence O'Donnell recently, and he puts it pretty bluntly. So let's take a look real fast.
Under the headline, Shorter Days, Signs of Fatigue, Trump Faces Realities of Aging in Office. The Times has documented the newly abbreviated schedule for the struggling 79-year-old man. Quote, in 2017, the first year of his first term, Mr. Trump's scheduled events started at 10:31 a.m. on average. By contrast, Mr. Trump in his second term has started scheduled events in the afternoon on average at 12:08 p.m. His events end on average at around the same time as they did during the first year of his term, shortly after 5 p.m. The number of Mr. Trump's total official appearances has decreased by 39%. 39% less Donald Trump. That's what we're getting now. Donald Trump was the laziest president we had ever seen in his first term. He is now 39% lazier. And he is now apparently struggling with a 5-hour workday. And of course, none of us have seen him do anything that in any way meets the definition of work during those 5 hours. The Times reports Mr. Trump appeared to doze off during an event in the Oval Office. And so we are now covering the physical decline and fall of Donald Trump. There are people who are in full-blown dementia in their early 60s. We all age differently, and Donald Trump is aging just fine for someone who should be watching TV all day and playing golf occasionally, but he's aging terribly for a president. But Donald Trump at his best age would have been the stupidest president and most incompetent president in history and the most corrupt. A younger Donald Trump is not a better Donald Trump.
So yeah, I mean, he lays it out right there. It's like he's not only is he doing less events, but he's also just falling apart. And the reason why this is so important to cover is because the right relentlessly went after Joe Biden. And if you remember back in the day when I was covering Biden, I was saying, look, they're hiding him. They're doing everything they can to limit his exposure. And the reason why this is funny is because the right ruthlessly went after Joe Biden whenever he had some sort of like verbal slip up, or when he had like an actual physical slip up, like when he fell up the stairs of Air Force One or whatever. And now Trump is doing literally the exact same thing, and it's nowhere to be found on Fox News. Now, of course, you're never going to hear about this on Fox because Fox is a propaganda arm of Trump and the Republican Party. But it's very clear to anybody that's paying attention that Trump is not only losing a step, he's losing like all motor function, as we're about to see. There's a couple of clips floating around of him like not able to walk at all. I mean, I'll show you right here while I'm talking, but like he's meandering, and I've seen doctors and physical therapists and people say like, look, this could be a number of things. It could be some sort of like, tendon issue or something like that. It could be from the fact that like he's just spent way too much time sitting, but it also is very consistent with somebody who has had a stroke or some sort of thing similar to a stroke. And so he's losing control of his motor functions, like when he swings his leg and his gait is all off. I mean, you remember him walking around in Japan and he's like meandering off and he can't walk in a straight line? Or when he got to wherever it was in like South Korea and same deal, like he can't walk in a straight line. And so Trump has been mentally falling apart for a really long time. And just as a reminder, here's a quick compilation of how his brain has been shitting the bed for a long, like years and years. It's not recent. Here, take a look.
Colleges and universities will purge the anti-Semitism and pro-terrorism. 3 years later, how about that? The Arabian Russia will repeat to Venezuela. Did you just see Maduro? Venezuela, though it's an unbelievable best trade deal ever made. They all say a giant win for farmers and manufacturers, Mexico and Canada. I used to use Master Lock all the time. When I was a little child, I'd take Master Lock, I'd go nice, lots of nice little puzzles. I will also order our government to deny entry to all communists and Marxists. Look, we have Marxists, fascists, communists, they're pouring into our country. Joe Biden's granting mass thinking. Decided to shield and shelter criminal. Look, what? To give the American people their voice back by building something called Truth Essential. This is the very definition of totalitarianism. I hope they now go and take a look at the oranges of the biggest lie ever foisted upon the American people. He was awarded the Bronze Star and the Combat Infantryman Badge for his service. Normal times, roughly 40% of fresh vegetables and about 40% in the failing New York Times by an anonymous, really an anonymous, gutless coward. Your campaign of terror, murder, mayhem will not be tolerated any longer. It will not be allowed to go forward. God bless the United States. Thank you very much.
So Trump obviously, like, I think he gets judged on a different scale. Like, he gets graded on a curve because he sounded like a fucking moron for a long time. He can't string a sentence together, and he's getting worse. He can't walk in a straight line. He's got ankles that are the size of my quad. He's falling asleep. You guys probably remember the video that I did of him actually, like, falling asleep in the Oval Office. He's falling asleep in meetings, as Lawrence O'Donnell covered. He's, like, doing his events later in the day and ending at the same time. So he's not holding up well. And we've also seen images of Trump's hand with the makeup on it, where it's very clear that he's trying to hide some kind of bruising. There are images of him walking where it looks like there's a big pack on the side of his leg. And I've heard doctors say, like, that looks a lot like a catheter, which could just be because of the fact that, like, he's incontinent. There have been a lot of stories about how he's incontinent, which can happen with old age. But it also could be a direct result of, you know, some sort of kidney failure, from what I understand. So in rapid decline is Donald Trump, and the clown car continues to crash as Trump's health fails rapidly. So we had stories over the weekend of Trump announcing that basically he was lowering drug prices by 500, 600, even 700%, which obviously is not mathematically possible unless the drug companies were actually paying people to buy their drugs. I mean, it's complete nonsense. I'm going to continue to cover it just because I think that this needs to be front and center on top of all of the other things. Because, like, not only is Trump wrecking the country, but it is so clear that he's completely incapable of doing the job anymore. I mean, he was never qualified to do the job in the first place. But, like, he can barely function at this point. And then again, you think about it, and it's not surprising that, like, every chance he gets, he's talking about doing this ballroom, right? And I think it's a coordinated effort by the people who are on his staff, his administration, that are telling him, here, go do the ballroom. Like I said, I compare this all the time to, like, here, little boy, here's some crayons, go play. Let us, let the adults do the work. And it's because of the fact that, like, he's just incapable of doing anything. Like, he can't hold his attention span. He calls it the weave when he, like, wanders off topic and can never, like, hold a coherent thought. If you actually read a transcript of Trump speaking, it's complete and utter nonsense. And it's been that way for years. So like I said, I'll continue covering it. He does not look good, man. He really does not look good recently. Anyway, like I said, like and subscribe. Leave me a comment down below to feed the algorithm, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.